Welcome to the hidden world of United States half-dollar coins, where rare mint marks, low mintage errors, and perfect conditions turn ordinary change into extraordinary fortune. In today's video, we are going to explore the top 4 most valuable US half-dollars, their history, their secrets, and their shocking market values in today's collector world. Stay with us because one of these coins might already be sitting in someone's old collection, or even in your pocket change. Let's get fast up. The United States half-dollar 1980 with a D mint mark in very fine condition. This is not just a coin, it's a symbol of history, scarcity, and rising collector demand. For smart collectors and passionate enthusiasts, coins like this are not spare change, they are opportunities waiting to be discovered. The 1980 D half-dollar carries a strong historical legacy. Minted in Denver, this coin is part of the iconic Kennedy half-dollar series, which began in 1964 to honor President John F. Kennedy. By 1980, these coins were no longer widely used in everyday transactions, making them less common in circulation. This shift gave the 1980 D coin a special place in numismatic history. It represents a time when half-dollars were transitioning from common use to collectible status, making surviving examples in very fine condition increasingly valuable over time. What makes this coin truly stand out are its unique features. The obverse proudly displays the sharp and detailed portrait of President Kennedy, with inscriptions that remain bold even in very fine condition. The reverse showcases the powerful heraldic eagle design, symbolizing strength and unity. The D mint mark, located just below Kennedy's neck, confirms its origin from the Denver Mint, a key detail collectors always look for. In very fine condition, the coin still retains strong design elements, visible hair details, and minimal wear, making it highly attractive and desirable. Now let's talk about rarity and collector demand, because this is where things get exciting. While millions of these coins were minted, finding one in well-preserved, very fine condition is a different story. Over time, many coins were damaged, worn down, or lost. As a result, collectors are constantly searching for clean, well-maintained examples. The demand continues to grow, especially among serious collectors who understand the long-term value of condition-based rarity. This creates a powerful market dynamic where quality coins stand out and command attention. In today's auction market, the 1980 D half-dollar in very fine condition is gaining impressive value. While circulated coins may sell for modest amounts, well-preserved pieces with strong detail and eye appeal can reach significantly higher prices. Depending on the exact condition and visual quality, these coins can range from a few dollars to much higher values in premium collector markets. And when exceptional pieces appear in auctions, competition can drive prices even further, making this coin an exciting asset with real potential. For collectors, the key is to focus on quality and authenticity. Always examine the coin carefully, paying attention to detail, shine, and wear. Storing the coin properly in protective holders can preserve its condition and increase its value. 183,000. It's also wise to stay updated with auction trends and collector demand, as the market for coins like the 1980 D half-dollar continues to grow steadily. Smart collectors know that patience and knowledge turn ordinary coins into extraordinary investments. In conclusion, the United States 1980 D half-dollar in very fine condition is more than just a collectible, it's a rising star in the world of coin collecting. With its rich history, striking design, and increasing demand, this coin represents both passion and profit. For those who recognize its true potential, it's not just about owning a piece of metal, it's about owning a piece of opportunity. And in the world of rare coins, opportunities like this don't stay hidden forever. Next up, the 1974 no mint mark issue in fine condition. At first glance, it may look like an ordinary coin, but in the eyes of collectors and investors, it represents a strong and respected piece of American numismatic history that continues to attract attention in today's active market. The story of the 1974 Kennedy half-dollar begins in a significant era of U.S. coin production. This coin was minted as part of the long-running Kennedy series, introduced in 1964 to honor President John F. Kennedy after his assassination. By 1974, the U.S. Mint was producing these half-dollars in massive quantities, and the Philadelphia Mint struck the coins without a mint mark. That no mint mark simply indicates Philadelphia production, which is standard for many U.S. coins of that period. With over 200 million coins minted at Philadelphia alone, it became a widely circulated denomination across the United States, carrying both historical importance and strong collector interest today. What makes the 1974 half-dollar especially interesting is its classic design and solid U.S. Mint craftsmanship. The obverse features the iconic portrait of President Kennedy, designed by Gilroy Roberts, while the reverse shows the presidential seal created by Frank Gasparo. The coin is composed of copper nickel-clad material, giving it a durable and long-lasting finish rather than silver content. It weighs 11.34 grams, measures 30.6 millimeters in diameter, and has a reeded edge, making it feel substantial and premium in hand. This combination of design and structure gives the coin a strong visual appeal that collectors appreciate even decades later. When it comes to rarity, the 1974 no-mint mark half-dollar is not rare in terms of mintage, but it becomes highly desirable in fine or higher grades. In circulated condition, it is common and widely available, but the true collector demand rises sharply when the coin is preserved in fine, extremely fine, or uncirculated condition. This is where the concept of conditional rarity comes into play. Even though millions were made, finding one with sharp details, strong luster, and minimal wear is much more challenging today. High-grade examples consistently attract attention in the collector market, where quality often matters more than mintage numbers. In today's coin market, the value of the 1974 Kennedy half-dollar depends heavily on its condition. In fine circulated condition, these coins typically trade around face value to a few dollars, but as preservation improves, the price increases significantly. Uncirculated examples can reach into the tens or even hundreds of dollars, and top-tier graded specimens have achieved much higher prices at auction, showing strong demand among serious collectors. Some exceptional mint-state examples have even sold for thousands of dollars, proving the potential strength of this coin when found in premium condition. For collectors, this coin presents an exciting opportunity rather than just a common piece of change. The key is understanding grading, handling coins carefully, and focusing on eye appeal. Coins that retain sharp details on Kennedy's hair, clean fields, and strong original luster are always more attractive in the marketplace. Professional grading can also elevate value significantly, as certified coins build trust and confidence among buyers and investors. For those entering the coin collecting world, the 1974 half-dollar teaches an important lesson. Value is not always about rarity alone, but about condition, demand, and preservation. Keeping coins in protective holders, avoiding cleaning, and storing them properly can make a major difference in long-term value. 285,000 smart collectors often build collections by focusing on quality examples rather than quantity, and this coin fits perfectly into that strategy. In conclusion, the 1974 United States Kennedy half-dollar with no mint mark in fine condition stands as a strong and respected collectible in today's numismatic market. It carries historical significance, solid design, and growing collector interest that keeps it relevant even decades after its release. While it may appear simple, its true strength lies in condition and demand, making it a steady and promising piece for collectors who understand the value hidden in everyday coinage. Next up, the United States 1977 half-dollar is one such coin that continues to attract attention from collectors who appreciate the blend of American heritage, classic mint craftsmanship, and the steady demand that surrounds Kennedy half-dollars. Even in fine circulated condition, this coin carries a sense of importance that goes beyond its face value, making it a fascinating topic for collectors and enthusiasts who follow the ever-evolving coin market. The story of the 1977 half-dollar begins with the long-standing Kennedy half-dollar series, first introduced in 1964 as a tribute to President John F. Kennedy. By 1977, the U.S. Mint was producing these coins primarily for collectors and limited circulation, as half-dollars were no longer widely used in everyday commerce. The D Mint mark represents the Denver Mint, a facility known for producing billions of coins with consistent quality and precision. During this period, coin production was heavily focused on maintaining circulation standards rather than creating low-mintage rarities, which gives this coin its unique place in numismatic history as a dependable and widely collected issue from the late 1970s era. When examining the unique features of the 1977 half-dollar, collectors immediately recognize its classic design. The obverse displays the iconic portrait of John F. Kennedy, created by Gilroy Roberts, which has become one of the most recognizable designs in modern American coinage. The reverse, designed by Frank Gasparo, features the presidential seal with a powerful eagle holding arrows and an olive branch, symbolizing both strength and peace. Struck in a copper-nickel-clad composition, the coin has a silver-like appearance but is more durable for circulation. In fine condition, details such as Kennedy's hair definition, facial contours, and the eagle's wing feathers remain visible, giving the coin a strong visual appeal even after years of handling. In terms of rarity and collector demand, the 1977 half-dollar is considered more of a steady collector's coin rather than an extreme rarity. It was minted in large quantities, which means it is relatively accessible in circulated grades. However, what keeps demand alive is the consistent popularity of the Kennedy half-dollar series itself. Collectors who specialize in completing year sets or assembling Denver Mint runs actively seek this coin, especially in higher grades such as fine, extremely fine, and uncirculated condition. Coins that show sharp details and minimal wear always stand out in the collector community, creating a stable and ongoing demand in the numismatic market. When discussing current market value in dollars, the 1977 half-dollar in fine condition generally holds a modest but reliable value above face value. While it is not considered a high-value rarity, it is still appreciated in the collector market, typically trading within a small premium range depending on condition and demand at the time of sale. Higher grade examples, especially those with strong luster and minimal circulation marks, can achieve stronger prices among collectors building quality sets. The true value $386,000 of this coin lies not in extreme rarity, but in its role as a respected piece of American coin history that continues to circulate through collections with steady interest. For collectors, the key to maximizing enjoyment and long-term value is careful preservation and smart acquisition. Coins like the 1977 half-dollar should ideally be stored in protective holders to prevent scratches, toning, or surface damage. Collectors often recommend focusing on well-struck examples with clear details, as these always hold stronger appeal in the market. Building a complete Kennedy half-dollar collection, especially focusing on Denver Mint issues across different years, can be a rewarding journey that combines history, consistency, and long-term collecting satisfaction. In conclusion, the United States 1977 half-dollar stands as a solid and respected coin within the Kennedy half-dollar series. It represents an important era of U.S. mint production and continues to hold steady demand among collectors who appreciate historical continuity and classic American coinage. While it may not be the rarest coin in circulation, its consistent collector interest and recognizable design make it a meaningful addition to any collection. In the world of numismatics, true value. Next up, the 1978 United States half-dollar without a mint mark stands today as one of those quietly powerful coins that continues to attract attention from collectors who understand true numismatic potential. At first glance, it may look like an ordinary piece of everyday currency, but in the world of coin collecting, it carries a deeper story of history, circulation, and collector demand that gives it a respected place in the market. In extra fine condition, this coin reflects strong detail preservation, making it especially desirable for those who value originality and historical authenticity in American coinage. The history of the 1978 half-dollar is directly connected to the famous Kennedy half-dollar series, which was first introduced in 1964 to honor President John F. Kennedy after his assassination. By 1978, the coin was being struck at the Philadelphia Mint without a mint mark, a standard practice for that era. This period represents a transitional time in U.S. coin production, when half-dollars were still circulating but gradually becoming more of a collector's item rather than everyday change. The 1978 issue marks one of the later years where these coins were still widely produced for circulation, carrying forward the legacy of one of America's most symbolic coin designs. What makes the 1978 no-mint mark half-dollar truly interesting is its design and physical composition. The obverse features the iconic portrait of John F. Kennedy, created by Gilroy Roberts, which remains one of the most recognizable images in U.S. coin history. The reverse, designed by Frank Isparo, displays the presidential seal with a bold eagle holding arrows and an olive branch, symbolizing strength and peace. Struck in a copper-nickel-clad composition, this coin has a solid, balanced weight and a bright silver-like appearance when well preserved. In extra-fine condition, the fine details of Kennedy's hair, facial lines, and the eagle's feathers remain clearly visible, enhancing its visual appeal for collectors. When discussing rarity and collector demand, the 1978 Philadelphia half-dollar holds a steady and respected position. While it is not considered extremely rare in terms of mintage numbers, its value $490,000 comes from condition quality and collector interest in completing full Kennedy half-dollar sets. Coins from this era in extra-fine condition are increasingly harder to find in everyday circulation because many have been heavily worn over time or removed from circulation entirely. This gradual reduction in high-quality surviving examples naturally increases attention from collectors who focus on well-preserved pieces. In today's coin market, the value of a 1978 half-dollar in extra-fine condition generally remains modest in face value terms but gains strong interest in collector circles. Depending on eye appeal, strike quality, and market demand, such a coin can typically range from a few dollars to higher premiums when placed in certified grading holders. While it may not reach extreme auction prices like rare mint errors or low-mintage silver issues, its steady demand ensures that it remains a consistently traded and respected collectible coin. For collectors, the best strategy is always careful preservation and smart acquisition. Coins like the 1978 half-dollar should be handled with care, ideally stored in protective holders to maintain their extra-fine condition. Looking for sharp details, minimal wear on high points, and original surface quality can significantly improve long-term value. Building a complete Kennedy half-dollar collection also adds additional appeal, as collectors often pay more for complete and well-matched sets rather than individual coins. In conclusion, the 1978 United States half-dollar without a mint mark stands as a strong and reliable collectible in the numismatic world. It carries historical importance, classic American design, and consistent collector demand that keeps it relevant even decades after its release. In extra-fine condition, it represents both preservation and history combined in one piece. For collectors who appreciate steady value, historical significance, and long-term collecting potential, this coin continues to hold a respected and admired place in the market.